Mr. Harawira, thank you very much for coming tonight. I want you to relay to the audience just what you feel is going on here in terms of civil liberties in general across Aotearoa, New Zealand.
I'm glad that that John Key has upset New Zealanders, because these sorts of things have been happening in Tūhoe and in other places for quite some time. I'm glad he's picked on Kim.com, because Tamaiti and his people can't afford to fight these cases. Kim.com can. And by Kim.com making a big issue about it, New Zealanders are starting to listen, and then they bring this bill and they want to expand the powers, and New Zealanders generally are getting horrified. So I'm kind of glad on behalf of all of those people who know they're being snooped on anyway, but can't afford to do anything about it, that the whole of the country is starting to see this as something we've all got to be fighting.
There are some who believe that this is part of a global agenda to bring about a one world government that is based completely on tyranny. What would you say to those people?
I don't understand all of the detail of that kind of stuff, but clearly Waihopai is part of an international spy connection, and the kinds of stuff we've been hearing about what's happening with American citizens is exactly what's starting to happen here. It's happening across the world, and either we stand up and say, excuse me, we don't put you into Parliament to spy on us. You know, when you talk about foreign intelligence, go and spy on foreigners, not on us. So if you're not prepared to do that, then get out and we'll give somebody else a shot. And I think in a way Kim.com's got a bit of a point, which is that we can march and we can fight, but if this bill goes through, we've got to carry that fight through to the election next year and say we're going to turf you bastards out if you carry on down this track.
I don't believe that democracy is a weekend retreat. I believe it is a full-time job. Do you agree?
Holy shit, that's a deep and meaningful statement to make. Well, I certainly believe that the struggle for justice and freedom, if that equates with the fight for democracy, is something that we live all of our lives. We can't afford to put it on the back burner and say, well, we'll worry about it next weekend, or worry about it in the weekend. It's something we have to live with, and we have to stand by 24/7.
And what role do you think the media are playing in all of this? Do you believe they're covering this issue fairly, or are they simply, for lack of a better term, the lapdogs of Satan on this issue?
I think that the media is just plain old conflict today. Like, I mean, they want to be seen to be breaking the news, but they are actually the media of the corporate entities anyway. So they don't want to really bust this open, and I think it's going to be this kind of media, the people's media, the Facebooks, the websites, that are going to really crack this. And I think that that's where most of the interest is coming from in terms of public communication on issues like this.
And any final message for your supporters, Mr. Harawira?
Well, not just for my supporters, but for New Zealanders generally. If you value your security, if you value your safety, don't let John Key say, let's put it in the hands of the Americans. Let's keep it in our own hands and tell John Key, you fuck off, mate.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, mate.